Hey cool people, welcome to Item Hunt, where every item is serving Twitter is wild for that phrase. I'm Nick, I'm a he, him, and remember, respect trans people. Today, we'll be getting all the attack commands for Terra, Ventus, and Aqua in Birth by Sleep Final Mix, in report order. Also, quick shout out to my patrons, more on how you can join them at the end of the video. Okay, let's acquire these commands. Real fast, 3 super important things. 1. The first, everything that is buyable should be available during and after Neverland, aka Moogle Shop level 8. Though some commands may need to be melded first, so if I say a command is buyable and you can't buy it, it's because it needs to be melded first. Or obtained by other means. Just remember, ballsack. Before buying, check alternative locations, like the sticker, album, and chests. What did you think I meant? Second thing, sometimes melded commands have a random chance to upgrade to a new command. Woo, hooray, so useful. So, I'm putting the percentage chance next to the recipe, and just as a precaution, we should save before we meld anything. Hippity horse, we have buyer's remorse. Final thing, the last. Moogle Shop levels affect what you can buy, but also what items and commands enemies drop. So, I will be saying what commands are dropped by which enemy at the given shop level. While the Moogle Shop level itself is determined by the world we're at in the story, so the first world after Land of Departure is always shop level 1. When we reach Radiant Garden, that's always shop level 4, and Neverland is always shop level 8. With the preamble out of the way, let's begin this for real this time. Alright, welcome to my PowerPoint. Quick Blitz, do you like leaping and smacking? Then this is the command for you. It's default for everyone, as in, we have it when the game starts. It's also purchasable on the skull board, a thing we care deeply about. It's buyable, and is dropped by the Sonic Blaster Unversed at shop level 5 and 6, 40% of the time at a 12% drop rate. Okay, quick weird thing about the drop rates, as I understand it, there's 2 aspects to it. Overall drop rate, as in what we think of as a drop rate, 12% in this case, and then what percentage of the time that item is likely to drop. This is very straightforward and not confusing at all. So, example, Sonic Blaster has a 12% drop rate, Lucky Strike not accounted for. So if we killed 100 Sonic Blasters, we're likely to get 12 item drops, and then 40% of those 12 item drops would be Quick Blitz, while the other 60% would be Fleeting Crystals. Does that make sense? I'll leave a link in the description for how that all works. Moving on. Blitz, ballroom not included, is purchasable on the skull board and secret board, and dropped by Sonic Blaster at shop level 7 and 8, 5% of the time at a 12% drop rate. Also, it's buyable and meldable. And Aqua has an extra way to make Blitz. She's so not like other girls. Meteor Crash, our first Terra only command, he's so not like other boys, is only meldable. Magic Hour, aka Drop and Stab, aka Aqua to Air Missile, aka Everybody Do the Flop, is our first Aqua only command, and it's only meldable. Sliding Dash. This is a default command for Terra, but not for Ventus and Aqua. It is buyable, and dropped by Thornbite at shop level 1 and 2, 60% of the time at a 12% drop rate. Fire Dash, sliding dash but make it flaming, is a reward for getting first place in Disney Drive Rumble Racing Course, specifically in Disneytown, not the Mirage Arena. It's also purchasable on the Royal board after acquiring Meteor Shower, as well as purchasable on the Secret board. It's dropped by Thornbite at shop level 3, 4, and 5, half of the time at 12% drop rate, and lastly, it's buyable and meldable. Dark Haze, aka my weekends in college, because I was depressed and drunk, is a Terra-only command, and it's found in a Neverland chest. It's also buyable and meldable. Sonic Blade. Terra receives it as a reward at 110 points in the sticker album, and everyone can get it from the Break the Urns minigame in Olympus Coliseum. It's purchasable on Spaceship and Secret board, and is buyable and meldable. Chaos Blade. is a Terra only command, and it's only meldable. Zantetsuken, aka Cool Anime Slash, is another Terra only command. It's buyable, and also we can get it from the Mirage Arena shop. It's meldable too. Strike Raid, the Kingdom Hearts 1 MVP, is a default command for Ventus. It can be found in Castle of Dreams chest for Terra and a Radiant Garden chest for Aqua. It's purchasable on the Keyblade board, and it's dropped by Mono Trucker at shop levels 4, 5, 7, and 8, 60% of the time at a 10% drop rate. Also, it's buyable and meldable. Freeze Raid, aka Ice Ice Baby, aka Discount Leviathan Axe, aka Freezer I Barely Know Her, can be acquired the first time we get a fantastic score on the beginner mode of the song Hand in Hand in Ice Cream Beat, something we're all dying to do. But don't worry, it's purchasable on the tune board after getting Deep Freeze. You want to play the command board, right? Right? It's also dropped by the Mono Trucker at shop level 6 for a whopping 5% of the time at a 10% drop rate. So, of 100 Mono Trucker kills, you may get 10 item drops, and less than one of those 10 drops will be a Freeze Raid. Sweet. Freeze Raid is also buyable and meldable. Treasure Raid, aka Pickpocket Raid, aka Thief Raid, aka Sly Cooper's Boomerang, aka I didn't finish this joke raid, is our first Ventus only command, and it's found in a Neverland chest and is meldable. Spark Raid, which isn't thunder based somehow, is also a Ventus only command. It's buyable and meldable. Wind Raid is yet another Ventus only command, and it can be found in a chest in the Keyblade Graveyard. Also, it's buyable and meldable. Fire Surge, aka Arsonist Charged, aka Fire Trucked, is buyable and meldable. It can also be found in a Deep Space chest by Ventus and Aqua, and it's purchasable on the Honeypot board. Lastly, it's dropped by Thornbite at shop level 6, 7, and 8, but only 5% of the time at a 12% drop rate. Barrier Surge. If you like a charge with a built-in block, you've come to the right place. It's an Aqua-only command that can be found in the Castle of Dreams chest, and it's buyable and meldable. Thunder Surge, which is totally electrifying, but is found in a Radiant Garden chest for Terra, purchasable on the secret board for everyone after getting the Lightning Ray Shotlock, and is buyable and meldable. Aerial Slam is found by everyone in a Disney Town chest, but you gotta suffer through pinball to get it.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
It's also purchasable on the Skull board and is buyable and meldable. Our Solum, yet another Terra-only command, is found in a Neverland chest and is meldable but not buyable. Thank God, I was tired of saying those two things. Ars Arcanum, the Ventus equivalent to Ars Solum, is also only meldable. Time Splicer, the savior of Recom, is only available for Ventus and Aqua. The latter can find it in a chest in Neverland, and it's also meldable. Poison Edge, aka Barf Blitz, aka Nasty Smacky, aka Bada Bing Bada Barf, is found in a Dwarf Woodlands chest for Terra, purchasable on the Keyblade board for everybody, also on the Skull board, but only for Terra and Ventus. It's dropped by the Spider chest at shop level 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 30% of the time at a 12% drop rate, and is buyable and meldable. Wishing Edge. When you wish to hit their head, then you use the Wishing Edge, is an Aqua-only command. It's purchasable on the Royal board and is buyable and meldable. Blizzard Edge is purchasable on the Toon board and buyable and meldable. Stun Edge, one of Terra's default commands. It can be found in a Castle of Dreams chest for Ventus, is purchasable on the Royal board for both Terra and Ventus, dropped by the Axe Flapper at shop level 5 and 6, 40% of the time at a 24% drop rate, and is buyable and meldable. Slot Edge, because all gambling needed was violence, is found in Disney Town Chest for everyone. It's also buyable and meldable. Fire Strike, aka the Burning Sensation, can be found by everyone in Olympus Coliseum chest. Also buyable and meldable. Confusion Strike. Have you ever hit somebody so hard they forgot who their allies are? That's what this does. It's purchasable on the Honeypot board for Ventus and Aqua. Also, Aqua finds it in an Enchanted Dominion chest. It's dropped by Arc Raven during shop level 5 and 6, half of the time at a 6% drop rate, and by Arc Raven during shop level 7 and 8, 95% of the time at a 6% drop rate. Of course, it's also buyable and meldable. Binding Strike, aka Bind Me Daddy, is purchasable on Toon and Skull board for everyone. Also, Ventus can find it in a chest in Radiant Garden, and it's dropped by Shoe Grazer at shop level 5, 6, 7, and 8, half of the time at an 8% drop rate. Also buyable and meldable. Brutal Blast, definitely not a sex term on Urban Dictionary, nothing to do with anal, no. Is another Terra only command. We can find it in a deep space chest. It's also buyable and meldable. Tornado Strike is only for Ventus. It's found in a chest in Enchanted Dominion, but it's also meldable. Magnet Spiral, dropped by this thing during shop level 7 and 8 at a stellar 1% of the time on a 24% drop rate. Not what I would call worth it. Also, it's buyable and meldable. Windcutter, shockingly not a euphemism, is a Terra only command, found in a Keyblade graveyard chest, and it's buyable and meldable. Limit Storm, yes, another Terra only command, achieved as a reward for reaching 70 points in the sticker album. Purchasable on the spaceship board, also buyable and meldable. Salvation, another Ventus only command from when he was a youth pastor. It can be achieved when we reach 110 points in the sticker album, and also it's meldable. Collision Magnet, aka Yank and Slam, my nickname in college. Ventus gets Yank and Slam when he reaches 70 points in the sticker album, and it's purchasable on the spaceship board for everyone. Also dropped by the Triple Wrecker at shop level 7 and 8, 5% of the time at a 12% drop rate. Buyable and meldable too. Geo Impact would be a Terra only command because they both rock. It's found in a Neverland chest and is buyable and meldable. Sacrifice, Terra only again. This one is buyable and meldable and purchasable on the Honeypot board. Break Time, that thing we can't have under US capitalism, is found in a Disney Town chest and is technically meldable, but unless you need to use the command for the trophy and already melded it into another command, there's no point to. Also, get it together. And that's every attack command in Birth by Sleep Final Mix. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like if this video helped you, and I will be making videos about all the commands in the reports, so it couldn't hurt to subscribe so you don't miss those. Something to think about. So, about the Patreon thing. You can support me at patreon.com/nickmixlighten for $1, $3, or $5 a month, and I appreciate you hearing me out. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye!